So the iPhone XR, when it came out in 2018, it was a very dope buy. But now we have the iPhone 12 Pro Max that has been out with a lot of other capabilities that have been added to it. In this video, we're going to be looking at 13 reasons why you should cop the 12 Pro Max and jump from your XR. The display on the iPhone XR is a very dope display. It has very vibrant colors that really stand out. But now the thing is that when the iPhone 12 Pro Max came out, it came out with a Super Retina display, and the Super Retina display is way better than the XR. So it has colors that are accented, everything is popping, like the colors are just perfect on the iPhone 12 Pro Max. And when you're scrolling to IG, when you're scrolling to Twitter or your social media, or you're watching videos, you will notice that on the 12 Pro Max, it looks sharper, it looks crisper, like more crisp and cleaner than the XR. But although now I'm not shitting on the XR here, watching videos on the XR is really dope. The 12 Pro Max has a better display, so videos are going to always be better when you're watching them on the 12 Pro Max. The camera on the XR is a very dope camera. I've taken the most craziest shots on this camera. I've taken pictures, videos that appear like really dope in 4K. Although the front-facing camera doesn't take pictures in 4K or doesn't take videos in 4K, but the back-facing camera takes pictures and videos, takes videos in 4K. But the thing about this is that you can't really compare it. It's not fair to compare it to the 12 Pro Max because the 12 Pro Max has a triple camera system here, and it has 3 sensors, basically 3 sensor lens that take really dope pictures and videos. And you have the front-facing camera shooting 4K at 60 frames per second. So that's really crazy. That what the iPhone 12 Pro Max is doing. When you're taking pictures, it really depends on you as the person taking the picture. It doesn't really matter what device you're using. It's how you use the device that matters. So you can even use there are people who have used the XR to shoot movies, who have used the XR to shoot like skits and stuff like that. But when it comes to 12 Pro Max, you don't really have to do a lot. You just have to go into the camera app and just take as much and just go with the normal settings, and you can come out with something that makes sense, something that you enjoy, something that looks chill. So yeah, that's why the camera on the 12 Pro Max is way better than the camera on the XR. The XR comes with the A12 Bionic chip from Apple, which is really dope. When it came out in 2018, yeah, you could see like people playing games like PUBG on the 12 Pro on the XR because it could handle a lot of complex calculations and complex tasks. But now, with the advent of the 12 Pro Max, it came with the A14 Bionic chip from Apple, which, as you know, is two generations of iPhone or smartphone basically after the XR. So it's going to always be better. So playing games on this and doing complex tasks were always better than the XR, or are always going to be better than the XR. So the iPhone XR has a battery capacity of 2900 mAh. That's small in comparison to other Android phones, but it's Apple we're talking about here. So, but this battery, I kid you not, is going to take you almost half the day. I've been using this phone for a bit, and on the full charge, I've seen that the XR has taken me almost half a day on heavy use. Not really heavy use, but if you're using it to play games, yeah, it's going to drain faster. But if you're just using it for normal daily activities, it's going to, yeah, it should take you like way above like half a day. But now the thing about the 12 Pro Max here is that the 12 Pro Max comes with a 3600 mAh, almost 3700 mAh battery capacity. So it's way bigger than the XR here. It can take you throughout the whole day. But the thing about this is that we can't really judge based on that, because although it's a bigger phone and it's more expensive, the XR is way less expensive. And to be honest, I've had times when I've turned on 5G on this phone and the battery just drains like how you pour water into an to a basket. Yeah, so the XR actually lasts longer than the 12 Pro Max when it's on 5G, and that's really crazy in my opinion. The Face ID on the 12 Pro Max is really cool. Like, I've been in very low light situations and I've been able to unlock this phone with just a glance. Like, that's crazy. It's an upgrade from the XR, because I've had times when I've been in low lighting and I've tried to unlock the phone and it doesn't recognize my face. But the thing about this is that in good lighting and sometimes in even low lighting, the XR really shines, but it just has some times when it just glitches and doesn't really capture your face as it should. But I've never noticed that with the 12 Pro Max. I don't know if people have, if anybody else has noticed that with the XR. So if you're using the XR and you've never noticed that, never noticed the glitches in the Face ID, let me know in the comment section. If you have, also do let me know in the comment section. Another aspect where the 12 Pro Max shines is the SIM, the dual SIM. So now it's not really a physical dual SIM as you would expect. What Apple did is that they added the eSIM. So what that is just like, it's an electronic SIM, basically, just a digital SIM on your phone. So you have the chance to add a physical SIM, a single physical SIM, and have an eSIM. Although I've not really I've not really set up the eSIM on my 12 Pro Max yet, but yeah, you have the option to do that. I don't think I'm going to do that though, but yeah, the iPhone XR doesn't really have that. It just has one single SIM and no eSIM. So yeah, that's not really a big deal. I think some people might just like me might overlook that, but yeah, that's something that you can have on the 12 Pro Max if that's something you need in your life. 5G. So 5G is another thing that has been really like creating a lot of waves in the market, basically. Like, everybody's like saying, oh, we have 5G, we have 5G, we have 5G now. Like, that's crazy, right? But now the thing is that on this 12 Pro Max, I've been using 5G, and sometimes there's times where I have to like even like cut it back to 4G because the 5G is being really slow. So yeah, although the XR doesn't have the capacity to like to use 5G, it's stuck at 4G, like, sadly. But the 12 Pro Max can go up to 5G, and when I've turned on 5G, like, I'm using MTN on my XR, and I've seen that I'll have to even like switch it back to 4G just to even browse. Like, it's crazy. Sometimes even to open a site on 5G, like, doesn't go. Now, I don't know if that's about my carrier, like MTN, but yeah, it's something that I didn't really enjoy. So I'm not even really a big fan of the 5G on the iPhone 12 Pro Max here. I don't know if other people have experiences with that. If you have, you can just let me know in the comment section as well. So yeah, that's a cool thing to have. The 5G feature is a cool thing to have. Like, yeah, who doesn't want 5G? The speakers. The speaker is another aspect where the 12 Pro Max actually really shines. The 12 Pro Max has two firing speakers at the bottom here, just like the XR. But now the thing about this is that the 12 Pro Max has a better speaker system, a better audio system. I don't know what they are doing with the audio on the 12 Pro Max, but it sounds really crisp. It sounds very clear. Even when I'm watching movies, when I'm watching YouTube, like, I find that like it sounds like I'm using a speaker, like an external Bluetooth speaker or something, to watch videos. Like, it's crazy. But on the XR now, the XR sounds really good, but it just doesn't come close to the 12 Pro Max. And yeah, that's sad, but yeah, that's something that we have to live with. So the design on both phones are really cool. The XR has a bit of a beautiful, fun design, very smooth, curved edges, and very sweet colors, like different colors. Like, it has a lot of array of colors that are really beautiful and cool and fun. But the 12 Pro Max, has a very modern feel to it. It has the square shape and the metallic frame, just like we had in iPhone 4s and iPhone 5s in older generation of iPhones. But they brought it back and made it modern, and I'm really enjoying the whole finishing at the back of the 12 Pro Max. It looks really cool. Like, this is something that you can take anywhere, and it will draw attention, to draw people's attention basically. Although this will draw attention too because of the color, but yeah, this is more modern and it will feel more classic when you're holding it in your hands, trust me. So Apple doesn't really play with their accessories. They have a lot of accessories. That's where they make their money. So you have MagSafe and you have the AirTag and other array of accessories that Apple is using basically to collect money from people. So yeah, so the Apple ecosystem when it comes to accessories is really crazy. There's a lot of accessories that you can buy and add to your Apple device. And the 12 Pro Max also features like something. It also features an accessory. It supports an accessory that is really, really dope, which is called the MagSafe. So what that is that it's basically like a magnet at the back of the iPhone 12 Pro Max. You can also use it for like to hold like a wallet. I've seen like accessories that you can use for your cards and stuff. So it's really crazy what it's doing. So basically, it's just like you have a magnet at the back of your phone. But the XR here doesn't really support that, which is a bummer. So the water resistance on the 12 Pro Max is rated at IP68. That's crazy, we all know. But now, it doesn't mean that the XR doesn't have a water resistance rating or is not water resistant. The XR has the IP67 water resistance rating, which is just a little bit shy of what the 12 Pro Max is actually presenting. But now the thing is that it has to do with the depth of water which the 12 Pro Max can go and where the XR can go. So you can toss this in the bucket of water and yeah, nothing will happen to your XR. But toss this into a lake or something or a pond and maybe you start to see like glitches or something happening to your XR. But now that's not the case for the 12 Pro Max. You can actually dump this inside the bucket of water and it will come out and work well. I've even seen people washing their XR, their 12 Pro Max in swimming pools and on IG and nothing's happening. They'll come out and like play with it and just to show people that my phone is water resistant. But now the thing about this is that if you dump this in a lake, it's going to do well too because it's IP68. But when it gets deeper, when it goes really deep, it's going to start affecting the water resistance. But I don't think anybody is going to be dumping their phones in lakes anytime soon on purpose. But yeah, that's a good thing to have, or a good feature to have basically. So we all know that Siri is Apple's voice assistant. I've been talking to Siri like a lot these days. Like it helps me like find the best restaurants to go to or the best place that I could eat. Yeah, that is better. Siri is actually better on the 12 Pro Max than on the XR. I've used both phones actually, and there are some times when I try to converse with Siri on my XR, and yeah, it just doesn't really understand what I'm trying to tell it to do. Although I know it has to do with the software or the assistant model that they are using on both phones. It's just software. That's what it is basically. But now I don't know why, but the XR, the model that the assistant model on the XR is not as solid or is not as understanding as the assistant model on the 12 Pro Max. I don't know if anybody has noticed that, but yeah, if you have, please let me know in the comment section. I have noticed it, but yeah, I just feel that other people should have noticed it as well. So yeah, if you have noticed that, just let me know. So although the price of the 12 Pro Max is above the price of the XR, the thing about this 12 Pro Max is that it has a lot of features that complement the price. There are a lot of things that you can do with this, although mainly it's about the camera. That's what Apple is actually pushing out there. But it has a lot of other stuff in there that you can do with the phone that makes it worth the price that you are paying for it. Although now this is also a good buy for the price. Yeah, you can actually like do a lot of stuff with the XR, and it's not really a bad buy. But in my opinion, if you want to like think about long-term investments or long-term use, I think the 12 Pro Max is the best bet here. It's the best phone to go with. So yeah, that's actually on that reason. All in all, do let me know what you guys think about the 12 Pro Max and the XR. If you've used the 12 Pro Max before, if you used the XR before, let me know which one you think is better, or which one you think that, or what features you enjoyed in both the XR and the 12 Pro Max. Let me know in the comment section, and let me know if you're using the XR, if you're willing to upgrade from your XR to the 12 Pro Max, or if you're using the XR, or if you're using the 12 Pro Max, if you regretted upgrading, or if you want to upgrade from the 12 Pro Max to something bigger.